Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're good. I hope you're well. Whether you're a night owl, an early bird, or anything in between, welcome to another Late Night Tottenham on Tour show, which we are now calling Late Night Lilywhite. Hope you're all good and well. Obviously, we're going to be speaking about a lot of things today. Just going to have a general sit down and chat and look over a few things and look at the absolute shit show that was today, let's be honest. The state of this football club with, 6 days till we play our game against PSG. 9 days till we play Burnley. 26 days till we close the window, or not we close the window closes. We'll look at what Spurs fans have had to say on social media, because boy, have they had to have their say. And we will look at, once again, the bickering and the arguing amongst this fan base at anything and everything apart from the man that deserves all the blame, all the frustration, and everything else that goes along with it. I hope everyone is good and well. I'm going to say hello to you all very shortly, but I'm thinking that I might have to start this with Ben saying European champions. I might have to start saying, are we European champions? Because the loser of them, or the loser of it, seems to be addressing and attacking this market with more intent than we are. So we'll get on with the show and say hello to everyone. So big up to you, Rick Kane. I hope you're good and well, buddy. Have a great... I'm trying to work this out now. Is it Saturday for you? Or is it 11 a.m. Friday? I get so... It's 11 a.m. Friday, isn't it? I get so confused. Hotspur State of Mind channel member. Big up to you, buddy. And to Jordan, to my Canadian Scott M. I hope you're good and well, buddy. Oh, mate, it was a wonderful display, and I hope people. I went on to We Are Tottenham TV and I tweeted. I said, you know what? I'm delighted with that this performance happened. I'm delighted that it happened because it showed just how much we need, just how short we are or light we are, and I'd rather it happen today than it happened once the window closes. Brandon, big up to you, buddy. Thank you very much indeed. I appreciate it. Scott M again. Yep, it was. There's no getting away from it. Yeah, listen, it was offside, but it was mate, the man is class. The man is class. And of course, we have to have the biggest argument we have to have right now, rather than we're arguing amongst ourselves whether Kane or Son is the bigger legend, rather than saying, excuse me, why have the two deadliest strikers in Spurs modern history and the greatest partnership been allowed to leave with no ideal replacements? I know you can't replace them like for like, but we can certainly do a lot better than what we've got. Yeah, listen, I won't talk about other people, Jordan, on the channel. Listen, people can have their views. People know mine. Sean, I've got a lot of time for as a person, but I completely disagree with his views on the ownership. But I do get on with him very well. I've got a lot of time for him. The manager, exactly. Levi, that's my nephew. Levy, Lange, Vinai, do your fucking job. so Thomas Frank can do his. Well said, Zachary. Mate, we were bad. Listen, there's no getting away from it. We were bad, Malware, brother. But what I will say is, once again, we had no creativity. Nothing. As soon as we got out of defending, there's absolutely nothing whatsoever. The only good things that came out of today was Kudus was actually trying to do stuff and actually trying to be bold, and Pedro Porro's crossing is outstanding. Just we have no striker to get on the end of them, and when Richarlison did, he had a woeful header which he should have put away. It is Friday. Thanks, Rick. Big up, Wayne. I hope you're good and well, buddy. Mate, I appreciate it, Malware, and thank you for all this. Everyone, thank you for all the support you give Tottenham on tour as we march on to 15k. Yeah, Frank, mate, do you know what? Do you know what? He has been sold, and I am going to bring this up sooner rather than later. The amount of Ange Postecoglou fans. Now, I get it, you're bitter. I get it, you're upset. I've had people coming up to me and going, well, Brian, I thought you said we needed to be better coached. Well, look what we've got so far. The guy has been there 1 month. 1 month. Had 5 games. Not played a full team once. And all of a sudden, apparently, we meant to be the Harlem Globetrotters of football. Big up, Total Spurs, buddy. Rich, big up to you, sir. Big up to you, good sir. I try. Yep. Well, Scott M will have something to say about that if he hasn't already. Yeah, it's literally. We've got to get people. AU's up. Big up to you. Yep. Same old. Ariel, big up to you. Listen, it is just one result. It is just pre-season, and I've said all along, what I want is the players to get minutes, the players to get fitness, the players to understand what Frank wants. But wait, Joel, let me bring up this tweet. I don't know if people have seen this tweet. I'm going to bring up a tweet and how people are blaming Frank. Let me just get the tweet up first of all. Let me get it ready. So let's get it up and then we'll carry on with the hellos. So there's that tweet. Let me just share it. Let me go to share screen. Okay. Twitter. We'll be coming back to Twitter and looking over a few things later. But I simply replied to this tweet. I don't know if people have seen this Spurs Express tweet. First of all, let me make sure it's on the screen. It is. I'm going to read it out. So if you can't see it, I'll read it out. Basically, I've put, if this doesn't highlight just how badly we need to bring in serious quality in the attacking areas, I don't know what will. The club can clearly see this. How they haven't addressed it is mind-boggling. And the Spurs Express simply tweeted, Tottenham had 5 players record at least 10 goals and assists in the Premier League last season. Heung-min Son, James Maddison, Brennan Johnson, Dominic Solanke, Dejan Kulusevski. Only one of these players are currently available for selection with 6 days to go until the season starts for us. 5 players that got 10 plus goals and assists. Whether you think they're good players or not, they got 10 goals or assists, and only Brennan Johnson is available because Dominic Solanke has vanished off the face of the earth. Heung-min Son has gone, and we're not going to see Kulusevski and Maddison till 2026. So good times. Big up Total Spurs. Yeah, mate. Look, Jordan, big up to you and big up for coming in as a United fan, mate. You would have thought you'd won it, wouldn't you? The way that you're not allowed, you haven't got European football. Your strike force was a big problem for you. And hey, let's just go and buy a brand new strike force, which will be if they click, my God, you're going to be threatening. Totally unbalanced. Totally, utterly unbalanced. Listen. I know obviously you're going sports, Sonny. Stay with the channel, buddy. Stay with Spurs. I know it's hard work, but obviously with LA, you'll be able to watch Seni at your time and enjoy it. Enjoy it, buddy. And at least you'll get away from this fan base that just don't want success. Don't want success unless they want property and hotels and tower blocks. Dietrich, brother, I don't know if I'm going to have guests on just yet, but if I do, obviously I'll share with you the link, mate. Yeah, be glad you missed it. We need sign-ins. Taking nothing away from me. Listen, Munich, let's have a look. I said it on We Are Tottenham TV. Their strike force, they had Kingsley Coman, who they have had for a very, very long time, class. Elise, top player out of Crystal Palace that they refreshed and brought in a big attacking player last season. Harry Kane, obviously, that they did the season before from us, refreshing. This is a team that won the Bundesliga 10 years or 11 years out of 12. And then they had a big injury to Musiala. What do? They go and get Diaz out of Liverpool. What have we got? Burnley, Bayern Munich, Tell, which they clearly didn't want. Look at those youngsters they are coming in. Then we've got Bournemouth and Everton that can't stay fit. And Nottingham Forest and West Ham. And Kudus, don't worry, fair play to him, but there's levels to this. And we've got the money to do things, but we won't. Mate, look, I've had that, Jordan, I had this today. I don't know if you were in the live chat today. Sonny wanted to go. Whether we thought he had another year in him or not, whether he wanted to stay or not, he's gone. He's gone. There's no point in bickering amongst fans and saying fans said this, fans said that. The club knew he was going. And yet again, this club don't prepare. This club don't prepare. And we've all seen the links today because there's no planning here. Jackson from Chelsea is now a serious target. I mean, what does that say for the planning of this football club? Big up to you, George, buddy. Yep. Well, listen, that leave it. Yep. Look, he wanted a fresh challenge. He wanted a fresh challenge and to experience something new. And fair play to him. Fair play to him for staying the distance and doing what he did. And you know what? Maybe he just saw the state of the club again and fake promises and empty promises and thought, you know what? Fuck this, I'm out. Fuck this, I'm out. He goes with our blessings. Yep. Do you know what, Rich? I had someone when I was going on about spending, and then they showed me the Premier League spending list that we're sixth. And we're sixth because Tel and Danso obviously became permanent. And the teams above us are Manchester United in the top four, who we consider our rivals, who have strengthened from a place of strength, whilst we try and strengthen from a place of weakness again. Total Spurs, absolutely we do. I mean, has anyone seen Dominic Solanke? Dominic Solanke was playing against Reading, picked up a knock. We're going to go to some of the tweets from Last Word on Spurs and comments Frank has said and other things. And all of a sudden, he's almost there. And he has gone completely, totally and utterly missing. Frank needs to... Exactly. He's being questioned. Frank out was going around Twitter, Jordan. Frank out was going anywhere, was going around everywhere. The guy's been there 2 months and had the players for a month. And already... And there's so many people that said to me, if Ange leaves, I'm going full Levy out like you, Brian. That's it. Game over. I'll be on your side. 75 to 80% of those ones are still having a go at Frank. What can I say? Buddy, thank you so much. That means so much to me. But We Are Tottenham TV are always very, very close to me. They are, honestly, we have a very, very tight relationship, both professionally and personally. Thank you very much, buddy. I really appreciate that. Who would? I mean, right now, it's such a scattergun approach to what we do. I don't even think the club right now know what they want to do. I really don't. Big up, Daniel, buddy. I'm going to start going through some tweets in a moment, but let's see what people have been saying because I want to get through what people have been saying. Yep. Listen, we were after a number 10 before. Let's back up to Maddison. Obviously, Morgan Gibbs White, whether it be the 10 or 8, versatility. And he got injured. Musiala gets injured. They bring in Diaz at Bayern Munich. Other teams adapt and deal with things. We don't even have a clue. We put in a bid for Rodrigo. No, we didn't put a bid in for Rodrigo. Yes, we did for 89 million. No, Real Madrid, no bid received. We put in a bid for Paz. No, we didn't put a bid in for Paz. This one, that one. Mate, listen, I don't care how bad pre-season is. I don't care. Surely you want a bit of confidence, yes. But especially in the first season, it is about getting the message across and the players fit. And this is where we are. Exactly, it was a blessing in disguise, mate. If we had gone through pre-season, smashing it, winning 3s and 4s and beautiful football, you know what happened. Exactly what happened with Ange. We'll get off to a flyer, injuries will come, no adaptability, and then we'll pay for it. Malware, big up, buddy. Yep, exactly. And now neither. And now absolutely neither. And Kulusevski, it's Maddison's a massive loss, whether people loved him or not. We've got no creativity. And like Ryan has just said, 60. Forget what I just showed with the 5 players that got 10 goals. 10 goals and assists last season. Only Johnson is there. 67 goals and assists or goal contributions have been taken out of this football club single-handedly by Seni, Kulusevski, Maddison. How the hell do you replace that with what we've got right now? Son's goal contributions were more than Tel, Odegaard and Solanke combined last season, and Son had a bad season apparently. Mate, always here for people like yourself, Alpesh, that can't sleep or have got to go to work or doing the graveyard shift or just at home chilling if it's a convenient time. Like we said, Tottenham on tour, we're going to do more shows at this time zone. So all the people that can't join us live or people that can join us for both can be a part of it. If Shiroka's gone, buddy, have a wonderful week. Oh, no, he's still here. Right, yep, listen, the way it goes, mate, we are going to get embarrassed in the Champions League. Embarrassed. Yeah, listen, they're not plastic fans, buddy. Jack, they are not plastic fans. Listen, I consider myself an international fan. Now, I've seen from here the lengths and time people put in to following Tottenham Hotspur, whether it be people like the Koreans that were going to see Sonny, and fair play to them, whether it be Canadians, Australians, Greek, Argentinians, wherever, the times they get up in the mornings to watch this football club, the times that they do commit in to get there. And you know what? If they don't come, I hope no one takes those seats. I hope the stadium is empty. I personally would start arranging boycotts, personally, if I could. But obviously not being there, and our fan base won't do it. Unfortunately, they just won't do it. So it's not right. It's not right. Yeah, exactly. We need Champions League football to pay the wages and attract them. Then we get Champions League football, and not once have we bought a Champions League elite player to come in with all that money that comes in. Mate, you look at it. We have gone with Sonny now gone. We have gone, Daniel, from, let's just use desk. The Decky. I keep doing it. The Delhi, Eriksen's son Kane, and the two of them at the end being the greatest partnership in Premier League history, factually. And you know what? If we'd said this 7 years ago under Poch or whatever, that they'll both leave and they won't be replaced, or they will be, but with nowhere near the elite, people would just be like, nah, that won't happen. Apart from people like myself, it's exactly what will happen. When do we ever replace quality with quality? And I mean genuine quality. I don't mean like Van der Ven coming in. I mean genuinely established, well-known quality that coming. You know when I kept saying like the guy John from Seattle Hotspur came on, and I keep saying there's reloading and rebuilding, and we're always rebuilding whilst other teams reload. Well, our other teams are reloading and we're rebuilding again. Yeah, this is the thing. He chose to leave. What else we got? This team, mate, number 10, left winger, striker, left back, and players to get out. Yeah, listen, people, listen. Like I said, there's some debate whether he should have gone, whether he shouldn't. I personally think it was time. I personally, because we would have just started using him as a bit part, and that's not what Sonny should be doing. And Spurs need to roll on with their future. Yeah, listen, I'm going to call it now, Hotspur state of mind. If we sign this guy for 80 million, there doesn't need to be protests. There needs to be riots. That's it needs to be. I just can't believe how he even got to. Chelsea won't do business with us anyway. And I saw Bayern Munich are after him. And if there's ever I wanted Newcastle to actually get a transfer come through, it's Nicholas goddamn Jackson. Yeah, they might be elite, but then when he gets on the pitch, he's not what we need. He's not what we need. I just don't even know what we need. Yep, you know. Look at this. If yep, they'll go get Belieber. By the way, does my sound fine? Because when I was on We Are Tottenham TV, it seemed a bit weird. Let me know if my sound is okay. I don't understand why people in the Tottenham fans make excuses for the football club. Jordan, I honestly, I wish I knew. There are people in this chat right now that feel the way that I do, that openly have demanded better from this football club. But if we demand better, we're negative. If we demand better, we don't know football. It's a process. It's so frustrating. Big up, Eugene, brother. I hope you're good and well. Yeah, listen, listen, PSR is, you know what, we had to get ready for FFP. And then we strike and take advantage. Well, we've done that. Then we have to be aligned with PSR, and when that happens, we'll be fine. Meanwhile, every single other team find a loophole. Every single one of them. And we get caught, and we have to do things the right way. Well, let's hope so, mate. Jack, he has vanished off the face of the earth. Literally vanished. Do you know what? Let's go and see. Oh, we've got loads in the chat. Okay. I want to make sure I address everything, and then we'll start looking at some tweets. Where were we? I want to make sure. Where were we? There we are. Tell is covered for Son. Richie was covered for Kane. The levels exactly. If you look at it, we got. Could someone? I asked this today on Tottenham on Tour, and I'm being serious here. Could someone tell us the last proper first teamer we bought in that we didn't take advantage of because they needed money? Richie Everton needed money. Forrest Johnson needed to get their FFP in order, and they needed the money. Madison relegation. Kudus, West Ham needed the money. Morgan Gibbs White. we went for because we found out about the we don't do it. We don't do it. Carl, big up to you, buddy. Minimum, mate, on life support, mate. It's literally, I would go, Brian, and actually say it is literally at the point that it's past life support. You know, when we get the electrical charges and go clear, I can't remember what the defibrillator. That's what they are. That's what they are. Oh, Scott, they came out in force today for me, and obviously anyone, because 5 games is enough to judge and say they need, and all they needed is coaching. And apparently 5 games in a month is enough for them to be prime and ready to go. No. Amazing. Correct. Jeremy, big up to you. Big up to you. Listen, I don't understand. Honestly, I don't understand. It's amazing how the PR spins have come out, haven't they? Listen, I wanted to hear more from Levy. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't want to hear bullshit. I did want to hear about properties and showing me how embarrassing, showing this is Harry Kane's former box, and telling Gary Neville about the aggregate on the floor of ex White Hart Lane. You've got him for a 35-minute interview, and you backed out of asking about the wage bill. You backed out of so many questions. It's ridiculous. Bush Ranger, how are you doing, buddy? Frank needs to put his up. Mate, listen. Frank needs to. The performance wasn't good today. The performance was not good enough. But like I said, when he's got no creativity whatsoever, nada. What can we expect? What can we expect when half our goals, or more than half our goals and assists, are currently injured or have just left the club? Frank will listen. Frank, I've said it. Frank will get better. Frank will develop players. Not saying all of them, but he'll develop some key players. He will get us purring. But obviously, he said he needed assurances. And let's hope he does it. Yeah, Chop Cheese, big up to you, buddy. I love that name, Chop Cheese. Rub and smash the likes. That's what we need. That's what we need. Let's see people talking about themselves amongst themselves. Brian, if you didn't know, I called us not getting Europa will make the club panic and act like an act in the window. And lo and behold, look what happened. Yep, listen, I hate that expression, give flowers or in the mud. I hate that. But Jordan, I get what you're saying. But you know what? And I've said this, and I think everyone will agree, whether people want to say the Glazers are bad for the United, whether they want to say Ratcliffe don't know what he's doing, whether the stadium is falling to bits, United always give their not saying every single transfer works, but they will give the manager money. They will commit to a manager and do whatever they can to give them the best that and hit the top players in his list. Always do it. Always do it. What's Jack saying? Mate, it's all we do. It is all we do. I think I heard Sava saying it this morning or whatever. We're looking at loans. What Big Six team started looking for loans 2 weeks before the start of the season? Deadline day, when you're trying to get things done and everything, fine. Listen, you could see the winning mentality Ange has installed today. Game changer. I don't even know what that means, buddy. I really don't. And if we're going off this on pre-season, I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know what to say anymore if we are judging this on 5 games. And with absolutely... By the way, when Ange had his full team back and everyone was back fit, didn't exactly improve in the Premier League. In Europe, obviously. And fair play to him. Fair play to him. But I'm not having this... I would have been different under Ange, but it is absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Yeah, this is what happens in football, buddy. It's what happens in football. Zachary, do you know what? This is what we do as a football club, like as a fan base. This is what we do. It's unfortunate, and social media is absolutely the problem with it. We've brought Intel, and Bayern Munich couldn't wait to get him out the door. We sniff a cheap deal. We bring him in. I actually think he does improve under Thomas Frank. I think he'll play more centrally. But it's what we do. All the abuse goes to anyone apart from the person that actually deserves it. Yep, and we're going to get none of them, George. None of them. None of them. Big up, Jacob. I've said that, Jacob, I would love, and I do mean love, Pedro Porro to be on the leadership team, at least vice captain or third in command, whatever you want to call it. The most important thing, look, do you know what? We look at it now, Sonny's gone, and our vice captain or our vice captain in Madison's out for the season. You can't rely on Romero to stay fit, as the stats prove. You want your captain there all the time, or the main thing is his availability. Porro offers it to you. Porro bleeds for this club. Porro shows passion, fight, commitment, desire in everything he does. I would 100% have Pedro Porro as captain. I don't know how other people feel. Gotcha. I got you, buddy. Cheers, Scott. Where else are we? I've just seen Cookie's in here. Big up, buddy. I hope you're good and well. I am so sorry that I forgot to do the redirect for this. I didn't see the message, but we spoke anyway, so I apologise. Yeah, mate, this I completely agree with. I mean, look, I'll show you. This, wait, I always fuck up here. So you can see my hair here is quite, oh, fuck's sake, this is confusing. Quite thick here, grows, but look at this. Look at this. Look what Spurs does. I have gone recede. Not only is my hairline receding, look how thin I am on top. Do you remember, my grandpa, God bless him, the greatest man to walk on this planet, had that hairdo where he had no hair here whatsoever, but he had the short back and sides. I'm going there. I might rock the short back and sides and shave this just for my grandpa. But this, I completely agree with you. Completely agree with you on this. Hotspur state of mind. Do you know what? The typical thing to be, we'd get thrashed by them, we'll beat PSG and then we'll lose to Burnley. Do you remember with Conte where we beat United, City, and then lose to Burnley? It's going to be a very, very different team. Hopefully players are back. Hopefully new players are in. The team will be playing 90 minutes as well, and their best be players in. Mate, you never know. Listen, if it was based on, if the PSG turned up that played Inter Milan, we are in big, big trouble. Big, big trouble. But then the fans will blame everything else apart from Paris Saint-Germain. Obviously, they got the millions and billions, I say. But there will be a reason, apart from Levy. Obviously, Levy has no impact on the result, but he certainly has an impact on who's in the starting 11. I personally think we should concentrate on Cups and League, play the B team in the Champions League. Yeah, let's the champion. I don't know when the Champions League is. The draw is coming up, but we're in pot 3, so we're going to have some big names to play. And if we are in this situation, we are not looking good. Malware, you're right. Sunderland are showing ambition. Toxic Headshot, my brother. Now I've seen your name, I'm going to share another tweet, which just sums up Spurs to a fucking T. Where are you, my man? There you are. Let's give him, by the way, give Toxic Headshot a follow on Twitter if you're on Twitter. I will drop his always giving information to the best of his ability and a genuinely top man. First of all, let me just put Toxic. So if you are on Twitter, that is his account. Let me just make sure I've got the tweet up. Where is it, Toxic? Because I commented on it. The last sentence is probably the most Spursy thing you'll ever hear. Let's do this, people. Again, I'll read it. So let me just share screen. Let's have a look. Toxic headshot. Here we go, buddy. So has it come up on the screen? Let me just confirm. Yes, it has. So it reads, James McAtee and El Canus are on the list. Nico Paz is a player Tottenham has tracked in the past. Eze and Jack Grealish are also opportunities to explore as the window has just under a month left. And then the most Spursy sentence you'll ever hear. Tottenham have yet to decide which player to pursue. That's right. We don't know which player to pursue. Good times, isn't it? Good times. Don't worry, boys. We'll put in a bid for, oh, mate, that's incoming tomorrow. And then Real Madrid will say, yeah, we've received no bid. We had Desk and now we have... Mate, do you know what? If I had a joust, I know one person that I'd love to spear with it. Let's put it that way. But, mate, well done. This is like countdown. How many words can we make out of Spurs players and make it sound threatening? Yeah, listen, Paulinho won't be shite. Sonny, I will say, the guy has flown from Germany to London, had his medical signed, flown back to Germany, coming back off an injury, played 45 minutes with his new team. Hasn't had the midfield that he'll have around him or the creativity to pass it around him. If we are now going on it, that we are judging a player we've brought in on 45 minutes on his debut, then again, then we are in more trouble than we thought, because he will not be shite. He will not be shite. No, mate. Unfortunately, we're not. We are not. And with creativity gone, Solanke in the Bermuda Triangle. Yeah, as George said, Bayern Munich have 19 players on over 100 grand a week. Over 19 on 100 grand a week. 4 of them are on over 300 grand a week. Our wage to turnover ratio will be going down unless we do something in the closing time. But then when the end of season awards, end of season finances come out next year, early next year, and we have Champions League money, the Europa League money, we have the concerts, the NFL, the boxing, the Skywalk, the F1, they're all up, but the wages are down. Need Son, Richie and Johnson gone. Well, Sonny has gone, buddy. Sonny has gone. Richie has got to go. We've got to just say, listen, you're out. Go, goodbye. Go find another club. Johnson, I know Scott M is here, and Scott M was giving everyone a chance, but he can't with Johnson anymore. Johnson, unless he score goals, offers nothing, but he needs coaching. He's not good enough to start. He is not good enough to start. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. We're in for a long road. Where has our talent ID gone? I think the good scouts in. Well, listen. Do you know what I put out, Alpesh? I would personally love to know what our recruitment team do and what meetings do they have with the hierarchy between the months of September to December and February to May, because it certainly isn't planning for the transfer window ahead. There certainly isn't a plan, a strategy, a path that we're taking, a road that we're going down. Saying that, Kudus and Paulinho are key players in key areas that we needed, but it's not enough. It is not enough. I know, yeah, sorry, it's fine. You're right. Is Kudus on over 100? Is Kudus actually coming in over 100? But let's have it. Cheers, everyone saying the sound is good. Sonny, some may have lasted 1, maybe 2 more years if you never had to carry the kids like Tel and Odebert. Sonny, do you know where I will pull you up on this? I agree with you, but I don't know how long you've been watching the channel or myself on YouTube, on all the channels I go on, I have said for many, many years, sorry, let's take a, I have said for many, many years, the Tottenham Hotspur players, the elite players like him, your Kanes, your Dembélés, your Bales, your Modric, they are overplayed and undervalued. And when I say undervalued, I do not mean financially, even though they are with our wage bill and the way we do it. If they are fit, they play. If they need a rest, they play. No matter if there's a very big game coming up and this is a game against a team where they can come off the bench, does not matter. If you are fit, you play. Doesn't matter if you're 80%, doesn't matter if you're exhausted. If you are fit, you play. And we have had Son. Look at it. I'll give you the prime example, not because he's overplayed. Let's look at the goalkeeper in Hugo Lloris. He was there for 10 years. If anyone in this chat, and there's 80 of you in here, and please do us a favor, if you can, smash the like and subscribe if you haven't already. Your support and simple things like that really help gets the channel out. But going back to Hugo Lloris, during those 10 years, if one person can tell me a goalkeeper that came in to actually challenge him for the number one spot, not to sit there and say, okay, when he's injured, suspended, or needs a rest, you're in, but you're straight back out for the next game. People buy goalkeepers to push the number one, and then after a bit, they want first team football, and they move on like Kelleher has, like Kepa has done. But not one goalkeeper has came in to challenge Hugo Lloris the whole time, and that's what happened with Seni. Nope, you're fine. You just keep playing. You just keep playing. And this is what we've done with Seni. We ruined Seni from overplaying him and undervaluing him. Kulu isn't the answer. Well, mate, whether they were the answer or not, we won't know until 2026. Yep, exactly what I said, buddy. Exactly. Mate, I don't... I don't know. Listen, are we going down data analytics? Are we going down the Frank path and his scouting network? And if I had to trust the data analytics or Frank's scouting path, I'm trusting Frank's scouting path. I really am. Would anyone disagree if we sent Vicario and 70 million to Milan for Leao? What? Karim Benzema coming in. What a name, and dropping a big question. Do you know what? I'm just going to skip everything. I'm going to go back to where we were, but let's just see the yes and no's. Let's just see the yes and no's. Because obviously, let's have a look. Just yes or no's. My God, we've got a lot of comments to go through. Okay, but I'm going to go through all of these, mate. This show is your show, people. It's all about you guys and talking with you guys. So we've got One I Would from Seni, Vic out from Hotspur State of Mind, Eugene don't like Leao, George Orton yes, AC Milan don't need a goalkeeper, Leao's available for 70 million, definite no, Scott no, Jacob no, think we should be aiming higher than Paqueta, Malware fuck yes, Alpesh no, Stephen Cartwright, no. Sir Terry Wright, my brother. Hope you're good. It's early for you, buddy. It's very early for you. It's almost 3 a.m. Hope you're good and well. Leao will be a top signing. Anyone against it, I don't understand. Yeah, I think what people are going to say no to, Kyrie, is swapping it, like Karim Benzema has just said, for 70 million and Leao, for that and 70 million. Vicario and 70 million. Vicario, listen, he's a very shot stopping. He's really, really good. There's no getting away from it. Distribution is a big problem. Big problem. Right, let's go back to the comments. Let's go. But what a question, though. Oh, we did get a super chat along the way, so I will read that out. From Choppy Cheese, Levy in a gas mask and Sim Farts in a number two. Levy in a gas mark of Sims farts if no number 10 or left winging. Listen, I say you're all gonna see it very, very shortly. Thank you for the donation and super chat, Job Cheese. You will now be witnessing the 50 Shades of Simeon. In the beginning of the transfer window is also always super duper positive that everything's going to go right. And it gets to this kind of time, and then he goes nuts. And it changes. Have I gone past where we were? Because I've hidden the comment. Silly me to bring up the super chat. Where was he? Okay, I found it. Here we go. So let's go back to it. I'm going to miss out the ones where you're talking amongst each other so I can get through them. Yeah, I'll see to the... Where have you been? How are you? I hope you are good, and I hope everyone is good and well, but it's always good to see new people and people I haven't seen for ages. Yeah, listen, AI, we're going... Ben is the thumbnail guru, the thumbnail master. My talent has lasted in YouTube AI photos and images. I'm very proud of the one I created today. Let me show you the one I created today. Where is it? Let me go to it. I'll go to my Twitter. Oh no, it'll be easier if I share my WhatsApp. Who shall I share it with? Okay, let's find it. Let's find the image. I don't know if people saw this on my Twitter. Let the photo load up. Let the photo load up. I've got one ready for tomorrow. Which I'm not going to share just yet. But I will do. 1 second. Let's get that photo up. Is it up? There you go. 1 second. Ben does the thumbnails. I work on things like this to put on our Twitter and on our community section. I don't know if people saw this one that I did. Let's bring it up. Can you see that? There you go. We've tasted success, and we have tasted success and want to use it as a springboard. Daniel Levy, 25th of May. Springboard FC. Record revenue, rock bottom wages. World-class stadium, League One ambition. Transfer targets, recycled, repeated. To dare is to delay. You built a super club and gave it Sunday League wages. Welcome to Springboard FC, powered by lies and low ambition. I'm very, very proud of that photo. I'm very, very, very proud of that. But getting back to it, C to the fourth, Ben creates the thumbnails, and the cartoon way he's going, which we love, just doesn't like me. We've had to make it look like that because it had its shaved head, and then I really do look like my nemesis. We have got a super chat from George Orton, buddy, which has said, let me go bring it up and then we'll go back. Then I've got to search for that one. So I want to bring it up so I don't miss these when they come up. Thank you, buddy. Donation to have a non-alcoholic pint for hitting 10K. Cheers, buddy. When I'm back in November or earlier, we will meet up at the Coach and Horses and have a drink together. And it'll be great to see you again. It'll be great to see. Oh, no, I didn't see it. George, I can't remember. We haven't met personally, have we? I spoke to you when you were at the parade with Ben and Sim. But I don't think we've actually met each other. I forget so many people that I've met. I can't. There are so many great people that I've met, and I can't remember the people that I do meet. Right, where is it? Where was C to the fourth? I'm looking for C to the fourth. C to the fourth. He's been very active. I've got to find it. Where is it? Because I don't want to miss. Oh, there we are. Yeah, so that's the AI. Yep, we are acting like that. Seni, you say we need Richie God, etc., but without him, we need what? We would. I think you mean we would be worse. We would numerically. but we cannot listen when he's fit and firing, and I mean fit and firing, like when he had that purple patch in Ange's first season, he could do a job, but we cannot keep him fit. And when you have opportunities, forget what the scoreline was against Munich earlier on. When those kind of crosses come your way, you have got to get that header on target. You've got to. Oh, you did say we be. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I didn't see that bit underneath. You've got to hit the target. But who can we get in? Who comes in? He has, mate. I'm telling you, he's done a vanishing act. If you've seen Dominic Solanke in any videos, any training sessions, anything, I would love to see it because he has vanished. Loves to be out the gates first with the big clubs in one transfer. Yep, that would be. Do you know what, Rick? We won't see that till the investment comes in, however small, or new owners, because we just don't do this. We just don't do it. Do you know what? This is that malware. I'm telling you now. This is what's going to happen. Where we eclipse our wage bill, won't be bringing talent in. It will be giving talent. It will be giving talent like Romero, if he signs it, the higher wages, and it will be all bonus related. Jordan, that's it, mate. This is what we do at night time. We get the Karim Benzema's in. Do you want to come to Tottenham, mate? Do you want to come to Tottenham? Oh God, that man, honestly, we were so burnt by him. What have we got from? Yep. Do you know what as well? Granit goddamn Xhaka. Listen, Brentford lose Flecken. First thing they do is go out, immediately replace them, and go to the league champions and say, we're taking your number 2. Who I think gets into a lot of teams' number 1. I would take Kelleher in a heartbeat at Tottenham. But Granit Xhaka at Sunderland just got promoted, relegation struggle probably, or they'll be one of the favourites to go down. Get someone out of Bayer Leverkusen who went undefeated, and then obviously in the second season they fell behind. But this is what happens. Ariel, buy a man a fish, and he will use it to feed his family. Teach a man to fish, and he'll get signed by Chelsea. I love that. Good night, Jordan, buddy. Sorry if you've already left us. We need to think big. Julian up, mate. Do you know what? The thing is with Julian Alvarez, as great as he'd be, he left Man City because he wanted to play in Spain and he didn't like England. So as much as that would be thinking big and as much as I would love that, it's just not going to happen. Yep, this is the... This is it. How can a club? It's because what is it? Foul to prepare to foul. I don't understand it. Yeah, because the man said, "Back my ambitions, and I stay." Back my ambitions, and I stay. Yep, that C to the 4th. This is it. This is why sometimes when people just like, listen, I don't care. It's like literally, if you think for the worst, you can't be disappointed. You can be, but it don't hurt as much. I think Bayern will get. Listen, Scott. Let's pray. Let's all pray for Newcastle, and hope they get them. Let's hope they get Jackson. Oh, C to the 4th. I said it earlier. How embarrassing that they've still kept the Kane box. And he actually said to Gary Neville, he could have picked any of the boxes. Maddison's, anyone's. No, let me show you the Harry Kane box. El Canu, I can't really comment on El Canoes because I don't know enough about him. I know a lot of people rate him, but nothing says we want the Premier League and we want the Champions League more than signing 3 years in a row a player from a relegated team. If he had Maddison or Kulu alongside him, and it was okay, I could probably get with that. I could probably understand it, but to now be right, you're the guy. You're the guy. I'd rather that Paz guy. That Paz guy, Paz. I really, really, really like the look of him. I think he is technically incredible. Baited Arsenal. Yeah. Big up, Terry, brother. Where are we? Sonny. We are finished. Tell Alderbert, we were lucky. We'll get over 15th, Sonny. Sonny, we will get over 15th. There is no doubt whatsoever. We'll finish in the top half, but I seriously mean it. I did say 8th. Once Paulinia came in, I said 6th. But then Maddison got injured. Now, the lowest I will go is 8th. The lowest I will go is 8th. But he does like Odobert. I don't think he has said what came out yesterday saying that, oh, yeah, we don't need another forward, blah, blah, blah. But if one of the main reasons that I wanted Frank was that he develops young talents. And just talent in general. And if he could do it with Wissa, if he could do it with Mbuemo, Watkins, Sade, Konza, I could name others. Then I'm gonna give him that time. Grow flowers out of the mud. Well, that's where they come from, isn't it? Europa League champions, and Tottenham are moving like a big club that just got relegated. Jeremy, this is it. This is it. And I don't understand why people aren't getting this. I know not why people aren't, but you know what I mean? Sections of this fan base are doing this, and they want to blame Frank. They want to blame us letting Son go. They want to blame anything apart from the man that oversees it all. Shamu, big up, buddy. Hope you are good and everything is lovely in New Zealand. We are screwed this season with that forward line. Solanke and Richie struggle to get to 15 goals between them, and our bench is prosciutto thin. One injury will ruin us even more. Yeah, I mean, one good thing we can take out today, there's no injuries. There's no bloody injuries. I think Solanke can get goals. I really do, if we get the quality around him. I know it splits the fan base. When he did well at Bournemouth, he had Semenya firing him and giving him the quality service. We just didn't give him service. We did not give him service. Oh, he's come up with another one. Instead of Des, we could have Tosser. Yep, we could do. Let's have Tosser. But there we go. Shamu again. I think they can get more. I think Solanke can get more. Richarlison, I don't think will be here. Daniel, I really rate Frank and how he can improve the players, but this club is asking him to work a miracle with this squad. He ain't a miracle worker. Daniel, you have just said it. Bang on the money. Bang on the money. I was explaining to people, it's like me saying to someone right now, what he's got right now is me finding an artist, and I want to have a picture, a beautiful canvas picture painted in the Toronto skyline at night. I could have a great artist. I go, that's what I want on this picture. And then he gets his canvas, he picks up his paint or his brush, he picks the paint up, he's just about to start brushing the first strokes. And I say, whoa. You can't use your hands. But you have to paint me this picture. But you can't use your hands. This is exactly where Frank is. Exactly where Frank is. People put too much value in the Champions League. They signed Di Maria after finishing 7th with Moyes. And well, that's good. Do you know what's C4th? It's called big club mentality. That's what it's called. Real talk now. Spurs. This one again. This is another one, Sonny. That is really. Okay, I'm going to skip down to the comments. Mitrovic, right here, right now, could sign on the dotted line tomorrow. I'm going to go back to the comments. I'm not going to lose this one. We've got so we are going to lose it. No, malware. Well, fuck it, we'll lose it. I'll find it. Thank you very much indeed, malware. You're a great supporter of the chat, as you all are. But thank you very much for the donation. Exactly. Let's believe in Frank. But I'm going to go down. Yes, just yes or no. Yes or no. If Mitrovic could sign for Tottenham tomorrow, forget yes, he's on ridiculous wages. Would you be okay with Mitrovic coming into Tottenham? Just a simple yes or no. Jesse, good morning to you, darling. I hope you're good and well and the family. So, yeah, just a simple yes or no. Would you, right here, right now, sign Mitrovic on the bottom line, sign on the dotted line, if he was available? So we've got yes from Hotspur State of Mind, yes from Mashina Joe. Big Mashina Joe, how are you? And Joe, what? You're showing ambition at Everton. You're showing ambition, but I don't know. Maybe it's just an N17 rule. You're not allowed to go for players like Jack Grealish when you move into a new stadium, because you got to pay the stadium off and hundreds of millions of pounds in debt, and you're not allowed to do it. Well done for showing ambition and going for John McGinn. But well done in your game-changing stadium and showing ambition. So, Matt, do you know what? I'm quite surprised. We have got a lot of people. I would love. Let's have a look. Mitrovic all day. I thought this was going to be quite heated. I literally thought there would be. Yes, to cheer. Lisa, big up in Mexico. I hope you're good, darling. Yeah, I mean, I thought when I've seen this on daytime shows or on other, there's been a massive. This is why I love doing the show. Nice and chilled, relaxed, civilized conversation with no. I'm not going to say. I will say it. Just see if we can. No trolls, no nothing. Just good people having a good chat and chilled. This is why we love doing it. Yes, we've got a 100% Terry Wright, my brother, 100% record. Yeah, he's a possibility. He's a possibility, malware. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed, Rotten. That means a lot to us. We are big in. We are now going for the 15K. Yeah, listen, he's one. Look, the Saudi League, I think we can all say, isn't the greatest, but they've signed some top players. He's a goal machine at Fulham. He's a goal machine there. One of the nicest people in the world has just entered the building. My dear friend David Shear, I hope you are good and well, buddy. We need to catch up on a phone call. Come to Myrtle Beach. If I'm ever coming into America, I'm going to let people know. I know a lot about Myrtle Beach from when I worked at Booking.com. The amount of times I have people complaining about their hotels in Myrtle Beach, but I would love. I want to see more of America. But yeah, if I'm ever coming, I'll let you know. So we're still at 100%. We're still at 100%. Big up. So see, Sonny, you drop one and everyone is agreeing with you. Serbian fans don't like that. Yeah, there you go, Mashina Joe. There you go. Big up to Rowley. I hope you're good. Exactly. They need time. I'm still amazed that we have got 100% with Mitrovic. We are 100. He's a beast. There we go. George, you going to bed, buddy? Are you off? Yes to Mitrovic. God, yes, you are. Big up, brother. Exactly. This is why I love doing these shows, because the people in North America can join in a sociable hour. People from Australia, South Africa, and all the other parts of the world can join in. And it guys in the chat, you can see, and obviously on Tottenham on Tour, we keep it very calm, casual, civilized, and like to get involved with everyone. We just love our chat, and you can see the difference here tonight. It's just an incredible bunch of people having general chat about the football club we love. Now I need to try and find where we were. Here we go, people. Here we go. Here we go. Where was the... Oh, it was Mitrovic, wasn't it? We were doing Mitrovic. We were doing Mitrovic with Sonny J's comments. So let me find Mitrovic. Let's find Sonny J's comment. Let's have a look. We have got a lot of comments to get through, people. But I will say, when we did this show last time, I actually had to leave because my sister-in-law came over to spend the night. She lives out of town, and this is my studio is her bedroom. So I had to end the shift. But my mother-in-law is at said sister-in-law, and my wife is in Cincinnati coming back tomorrow. So I've got all the time in the world. All the time in the world. So now I've just got to find... I've completely lost where we were. For God's sake. I will be it. Big up, Lewis, brother. Big up. I hope you're good and well. Welcome to the late night chat where we just chill. Right. That's where I put Toxic Headshots link. So we are far down. We are far, far down, people. Do apologise whilst I get that. Let's have a look. Do you know what? I'm just going to go from here. I'm honestly just going to go. I didn't bring up this pasta. I am so lost. Right. If I bring anything up, let me know. Paz has some okay stats for a kid, but we need to employ a guy who found Son again and see how many goals and assists he had before he joined. Paulinia, Michael Brown Merchant. Yeah, mate, what I can see your thing with Paulinia. I think you're being very unfair with Paulinia. And hopefully when we do one of these late night shows in a month or two, your opinion may have changed, but everyone is entitled to their opinion. Paz needs to come in, but again, we're putting too much stuff on a young talent. Let's have a look. Maybe our CAM budget is being spent on that. Mate, either that, Jack, or the Four Towers we decided to announce. Their timing for things is simply insane. Is insane. Levy will be, mate, you wait, because we got the Europa League and because of all these extra activities, you watch his bonus. You watch his bonus next year. Honestly, at this point, I'm starting to think he's building the team out of Lego and he's just having a... Mate, I wouldn't say you're too far wrong there. Isn't Paz... Apparently, it's 70 mil, Terry. Apparently, it is 70 million. But you know what happens with negotiations. And how much... I mean, I wouldn't have thought Como have had a player at that sort of money. Mashina Joe, brother, currently... Here in Toronto, there are so many different time zones in this country. For me, it is 8 minutes past 10 in the evening. 8 minutes past 10 in the evening. Where Scott M is, I believe Scott M is 2 hours behind me. So it's just gone 8 o'clock. But it goes back to 3 hours over on the West Coast in Vancouver. But I think there's, Scott, I think that he'll say, I think there's 5-6 time zones in Canada. I think I'm right. Don't quote me on that. Let's see where else we are. Mate, do you know what? George, I know you've gone to bed, but that's every time Salah told us to go get him. Didn't listen. I've forgotten his name. What's his name? The guy that's just gone to Man City. I can't remember his name, but he's... absolutely, the name has slipped me. It's smashing it. Roy Park, how we doing, geezer? Yep, Solanke is definitely more injured. Mate, I think this is coming. I honestly think this is coming, and they are keeping it under wraps because they know what the reaction will be. We have been told. In fact, you know what? Whilst we're here, I'm going to share the screen again, and we're going to go to last word on Spurs' tweets, because we're going to discuss some of the things. I'll just bring them up because I don't know if people already have access to Twitter or follow these things. So let's bring up the screen. Let's bring up last word on Spurs. So which are the tweets that stand out? Okay, just tweeted 35 minutes ago. Monaco's central attacking midfielder. Oh my God, I'm going to butcher this name. Apologies if anyone is aware of this guy. Magnus Alacucci has been scouted by Tottenham Hotspur during the transfer window. It's unclear at this stage whether he is an active target for the club. It is unclear at this stage whether he is an active to this football club. This football club, and what the rumours that are coming out, then we've got the Paz one. Tottenham Hotspur haven't bid, and apparently we did earlier, but no, we didn't, for Nico Paz, but we are interested in him. So we've got that one. Confirmed by Romano, Chelsea striker Nicholas Jackson is a concrete target for Tottenham Hotspur in the event of Richarlison being sold. This is where it is now. We haven't got strikers, but we can only bring one in if we get rid of one of the strikers. So our whole getting a forward in lies on if we can get a shit one out. Thomas Frank has said he's not worried about Destiny Udogi's injury, and he will have to see whether he will be fit for the start of the season in the next few days. Frank says he hopes quite soon he will have Solanke available. I think we know what that means. He's not going to be about for a bit, and he's certainly not going to be ready for the start of the season. May get a few minutes against PSG. Dejan Kulusevski is out for a long time. What other ones have we got? Thomas Frank has admitted Tottenham are in the market for new signings and says nobody feels close or far away from joining Spurs. I think we are definitely in the market in general. Of course, when players get a long-term injury, we need to look into that. But generally, we are in the market, yes. Nobody feels close or far away. I'm not saying anything before there's anything. That's completely 100%. The spin we come out with as a football club. There he's saying that we lacked energy and he'll make sure we're 100% ready for PSG. There's a Nicholas Jackson. So, yeah, we don't know if that guy is an identified target. We don't know if he's an identified target. AU, the last season video overplayed and undervalued. Yep. This is what we will do, AUser. And the worst thing is people are saying, and rightfully so, and it was designated Hotspur guy called Manny who goes on a few streams, who's Ghanaian and watches them, says Kudus plays centrally for Ghana. So we have that option for him. Which is all well and good, but if we do have that option for him, he was bought to fix the right wing problem, and then we won't play him to fix the right part. Yeah, this is. I mean, this football club, this board, this ownership. Modric always made himself available. This will fight. Arsenal did great. He was the one marking Harry Kane, but Harry Kane was offside. Doesn't matter what power. Yep. It's true. What was the keeper DJ? What was the keeper DJ we bought in his lot? Are you talking about Galini? You talking about Galini with Paratici, Scott? Sorry, we are so far behind with the comments. Let's have a look what else we've got here. How do people feel with Paqueta? Could it be used as a make weight with Basuma going to West Ham? Would people... Right, I'm going to go right down now, like we did Mitrovic. Let's see where we are with Paqueta. If Paqueta was to walk through the door, my God, I am so far behind on these comments, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it anyway. Would you take Paqueta at Spurs right here, right now? Let's see with the yes and no's. Let's see with the yes and no's. We got Paqueta, yes. And then yes, Paqueta, yes from Seni. Yes from Hotspur State and Mind. No from Marcus. No from Amashina Joe. Bis plus 30 million for Paqueta. I'm taking that. So yes, Eugene. Yes from Terry. Hell yes from Scott. Yes from Jack. Maybe from Adis. Maybe. One and only, I'm not going to bring that up. That's not necessary. It's got nothing to do with his footballing ability. Is that even a question from Daniel? So it looks like we have an overwhelming yes for Paqueta. Yeah, double yes, because we need additions and it double piss off West Ham fans. Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. It would. Right, let's go back up to the comments. I'm going to try and go through these people because I want to address and talk with everyone. But thank you all 73 that we have in now for joining a nice late night Lilywhite and nice and chilled. But this time I haven't lost the message because I left it up there. Yeah, Daniel said Scott M. Galini. Yeah, it must have been that one. Richie was awful at Watford. No, he wasn't awful at Watford. I know you've gone to bed, buddy. He weren't awful at Watford. Everton, he did well. And they fucking adore him up there. They adore him up there. Did Brad Friedel sort of challenge Hugo? Alpesh, Hugo came in and Brad Friedel was number one. And it's one thing I'll never forgive AVB for. Brad Friedel had played so many games back to back. He was on the verge of breaking a Premier League record. And he dropped out of the blue, no reason whatsoever. He dropped or rested, whatever you would have to say, dropped Brad Friedel and put Hugo Lloris in for his debut away at the fucking filth. And we lost 5-2. And then Friedel played again until he left at the end of the season. And it gave Lloris time to settle into London and get with the culture and everything. Brad Friedel was a top goalkeeper. All right, we got to the Vic bits. We got to bloody hell. We've only just got to the would you do the Vic and Leo for Leao. Right, let's skip past all of these. Yeah, surely someone in the chat. Yeah, but we're loving the AI, mate. We're loving it. I think what I've got to do is I've got to try and change my appearance so we can get a better picture of me that doesn't look like do you know what that photo looks like? Do you remember in Instagram there was that filter where you can make yourself age? I think that's what I'm going to look like when I'm 57, 58 years old. I think that's what it was. Jacob, you're right. We need a number 10. If Dibbling comes in, do you know what? Again, Dibbling, I think, has got great potential. But this has got Dibbling written all over it at the end of the window. This has got Tyler Dibbling written all over it. All over it. Rick, you're probably right. You're probably right. Let's have a look. Marcus, the growing gap between us and top six major European sides is largely because we've had 5 resets. You are spot on. You are spot on. And one of the problems that we have had is we go from attacking manager to defensive manager, young manager to old manager, win now manager to project manager. And they all get the players that don't fit their system. Arne Slot did really well last season because Liverpool had a great squad, but he played in a similar. He played in a similar attacking way that Klopp had, so he could use everything. He had the nucleus of what he could use. Our managers don't, and then they can't get the players out because of the contracts and the price we demand of them. I don't know what that was there, Ariel. Sorry, buddy. Eugene. Okay. Enemy Brian Dagul. I'm not a big fan of Enemy. Doesn't Chris Cowlin look like Hodge? I've heard a few people say it. I can't see it myself, but I have heard it. Listen, Ariel, don't rule anything out. We're bringing all the old classics out. We're bringing out the Kim Min-jaes, the Grealishes. Dybala won't be far away. Levy was Patricia's friend, mate. You know it. You know it. This is it. I don't know next year if we'll go on our sponsors are Far East. I don't know if we'll do Far East. Hopefully we'll come over here. Nike will say, right, you come over here, which will be the one decent thing Nike have done. There you go, the Man U protest. I know I wasn't at the Man U. I was at the Southampton protest. No, yeah, I was at the Southampton protest. But you might have meant that one. Let's see what else we've got. Shamu. Oh, do you know what? Do you know what? Honestly, when that interview came out, I really thought Gary Neville sometimes... Look what Gary Neville did with the Harry Kane one. I think Harry Kane was more down to asking the tough questions and said, just ask me whatever. You know for a fact Levy would have had to look at the questions beforehand and say which ones you can and can't answer or can and can't ask. Excuse me. Live on camera. Guys, I might end this soon because I can feel myself dropping, but I want to try and get through as many as possible. The fact that Davies will still be playing at left back and at centre half tells you all we need to know. It was Pochettino's first signing. And if we could have said, who do you think would have been the last man standing? I don't think any of us would have said Ben Davies. You know we're bringing El Canoes. Our transfer ambition is trash. Win the Europa and go backwards. Honestly, you think this squad beats Brighton right now? I'm a believer in Frank. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know how to pronounce that name correctly, so I'm only going to say your family name, Musa, because I don't want to butcher your name. Never have truer words been spoken. Oh my God, I do apologise, people. I do apologise. My body clock's got to get used to these streams. I will get there, and as we go through the season, I will be a lot more alert. Oh, don't you think Kane knew the penalty? Yeah, listen, he's funny coys. He did that on purpose. He did that on purpose. Let's see what other ones we've got quickly. Do you know what? Another name I'm not... Fellaini. I'm going to go with Fellaini. Apologies for butchering it. We haven't got the creativity. Defensively, we're sound. Defensively, I think we're solid. Midfield needs some help and tweaks and some creativity. And up front, we need open heart surgery. But when the players are back that we've got, I think he can do something. But we need a lot of work, buddy. We need a lot of work. Guys, listen, I am going to end it there. I cannot stop yawning. I really do apologise if I've missed anything. I'm just scanning through to see if I've missed any super chats. I haven't. Guys, I am really, really sorry. I am. Well dog, big guy. I just want to say hello to people that have been in here. Alex, I've just seen comments. Keep going. Keep going. I should start getting the Red Bulls ready. I'll start getting the Red Bulls ready. It's 10:30. Yeah. How are you, Jay? Hope you are good, buddy. I hope you're good. I hope everyone. I'm just trying to see if there's anyone I've missed out, not saying hello to that have been here. Javier, I hope you're good and well. I hope everyone is good and well. There will be another show next week like this, and I will make sure, Jesus Christ, that I'm more alert. Oh, mate, big time. Big time. I think you are right. Guys, I'm going to be doing this weekly now, and I'm going to take a note to self. Big up to you in Manila. I am going to make sure that I'm more alert. We will be back sometime next week. All I will say, we'll be back at 9 a.m. Toronto time, 2 p.m. UK time to discuss more things. Hopefully to see we've had players come in. Probably haven't. Probably to hear, Swifty's in here. I don't know if I'd call that a dream or a nightmare, but I'll let you know in the morning, buddy. I will let you know in the morning. No, mate, I've got water here. I've been drinking lots of water before, but we will be back tomorrow. I will say, people, have faith in Thomas Frank. I'm closing the Frank therapy session right now. And what I will say is Thomas Frank, Thomas Frank. And as always, Levy out. Oh, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. And as always, Levy out. Tottenham